Many of my teacher friends, they have doubt about periodic test, multiple assessment, then comes portfolio, and finally subject enrichment activities. So if you are in that puzzle, then this video is only for you. So I am Kadambini and I welcome you all to this channel Kadambini Srusti. Okay, so let us go one by one. I am talking about class 10 and also class 9 both. According to the instruction of BSE Odisha, Cuttack, it says that we have to divide a chapter into different units and we have to conduct unit test according to the number of units in a chapter. In literature, we can divide the chapter into different SGP, but for every SGP, we can't do unit test. The part or the paragraphs that we can teach in a single class, we can do one unit test. So at least 3, 4 or 5 unit test for every chapter. So let us take an example. So if we will talk about a letter to God from class 10, then we have to take at least 4 classes to complete this chapter. So we have to do at least 4 unit tests. And likewise for class 9, suppose if you will take road safety week, then we can complete this chapter at least in 3 classes or 4. So the number of units is equal to the number of unit tests. I want to make one thing clear. What is that? All these assessments or formative assessments are not test or exam in real sense. Then what are these? These are also, we can say, one of the learning tools or one of the tools that can enhance learning. These are the learning enhancement tools. So we have to use it properly for what? For the learning enhancement of our students. That doesn't mean that we are not going to test our children. Yes, we are going to test our children. So if we will take the example of FA1, means formative assessment 1 of class 9, so there are 5 chapters. So at least 15 to 20 periodic tests we have to make, and at last we have to convert the total number out of 5, and that the same is applied for all other assessments. So most of my dear teachers, they have a confusion between periodic test and multiple assessment. So which activity will come under which assessment? Whether it will come under periodic test or multiple assessment, how will we know? In periodic test, we have to ask direct questions. So if you will go to language or English, specially we can ask WH questions or fill in the blanks. So this is purely test. So whatever we will teach, we have to test it.
As we were doing evaluation at the end of our lesson, likewise there we can do these unit tests, and for correction we can use peer correction method.
And if we will come to multiple assessment, so it includes all other type of activities that we can do besides these periodic test for our lesson, for our chapter. So what are the things that comes under here? Multiple assessment, we can do matching, rhyming words and jumbled sentences and jumbled words to make sentence or make a sentence, or what other? Yes, missing words we can do, or simply we can do quiz, debate and competitions like group discussion. All these things we can do, or simple recitation also we can do for our English poem or Odia poem. Now the question is how many periodic tests? That is clear to all, I think. So 15 to 20 or 25 unit tests for one formative assessment. Means for formative assessment 1, 20 unit tests, formative assessment 2 again 20 or 15 or 25. It varies from chapter to chapter. teacher to teacher, and teacher is free to take or do unit tests as per his or her situation. That is also applicable, but we have to do it. And next, multiple assessment, at least 1 or 2 activities for every chapter. Now, there is a confusion between portfolio and subject enrichment activities. So, which activities come under portfolio and which activities come under subject enrichment activity? So, let me tell you, the activities that is directly given or directly the child or student has learnt from the chapter, all those will come under portfolio. But if we will go beyond the text, that is known as the subject enrichment activity. Now, let us take some examples. So, if we will take the example of class 10 first prose, a letter to God, then from that chapter we can make one activity of the family tree structure of Lencho. And what do the members do, or what were they doing during that time? So that will come under portfolio. But if we will ask our students to do a family structure of their own family and write down what they do, then that will come under subject enrichment activity. Another example, suppose if we will talk about the swimmer who does not need her leg, class 9, then if we will ask our students to make or write few lines about the thought of C.N. Janaki, then that will come under our portfolio. But if we will go beyond the text and we will ask the students to collect some information about another handicapped person who has already done a work like C.N. Janaki, then that will come under our subject enrichment activities. At last,
portfolio is a creative work of the students based on the information given in a chapter, but subject enrichment activities are collecting information from outward sources related to that topic.
I would like to make one thing clear, that all these things or whatever we are doing in our classroom, these are only for the learning of our students. So even if we do any mistake or we will do any activity that comes under one head and we did it in another head, then there will be no problem, because at the end we can enhance the learning of our students using these assessments, using these activities. So let the child enjoy whatever he is doing, and let us help them to do all these activities quickly, easily, correctly and perfectly. So if you have got all your doubts cleared, then please let me know using the comment box. And if you have still any doubt, then you can ask me using the comment box and I will try to clear all your doubts. The last but not the least, one more thing I would like to say here.
The teacher has to keep
one diary in which he or she will write whatever unit test or whatever multiple assessment or portfolio or subject enrichment activities that she or he is doing for different FH, and very soon I am going to make a video on this. Let me wind up this video here. Now, thought of the day. So today's thought is, the expert in any field was once a beginner. So let us be beginners, and very soon we will be experts in all these activities. So bye bye, take care and have a nice day ahead. Thank you for watching the video till end.